Hey everyone, this is off topic number 3, and I have some good news and some bad news. I'll go ahead and get the bad news out first. I didn't go to South by Southwest this weekend. I'm not going to go too much into detail about why, but essentially there is a issue in communication. A lot of last minute changes that wasn't brought up to me until the day everyone was heading down there that was supposed to go there. I can't say I'm entirely cool about that, but I'm not too worried because I did get quite a bit of stuff accomplished, but that also means I try to rush an episode of How Furry Is It, and I'm really not satisfied with the results. Like come Wednesday this week, I get told I'm not gonna go down to Austin with them, and while I'm sitting around at work, I'm contemplating, what am I gonna do? Do I have enough content for an episode? Do I have enough research? Do I even have an idea of what I'm gonna do? And now it's Saturday, and I don't have enough. So, yeah, sorry about that, guys and gals. Like, I have nothing against the place that I work at. The whole delegation and communication issue is being worked on and pretty much fixed at this point. But now I kind of have nothing right now. Although I do have one idea, and it's a little theory I have, a little principle I have, actually, when it comes to making music. So I'll go ahead and get to that. And now we're off to FL Studio land. This is the 4th time I've tried to record this because I couldn't get the sound to actually record through my screen capturing software, but now I figured it out. So I'm going to go ahead and speed through this because I need to hurry up and upload this. Right now, this is FL Studio, my preferred digital audio workstation, or DAW, as they call it. And this is my scrap project file. Basically, this is just for scrap ideas that I'm not going to release, or that I've used later in songs and edited and retuned and all that. Right now, this isn't going to be any EDM sounding songs. These are more sort of metal and rock stuff because I like that genre and I like using other genres and styles to create stuff. So right now my principle for creating music is a strong melody on top of a strong foundation. And that foundation is the rhythm, the drums, any sort of percussion or anything added onto the melody to bring it out more and make it sound more like a song rather than an idea. So what I did for this tune right here, this idea, is I played it out on guitar first and I figured out the rhythm. Now you can either figure out the foundation or the melody first, but this one I did the rhythm first. So let's listen to the rhythm. Now it sounds all metal and kind of gent. And that's sort of what I went with the bass. And with the drums, I'm going to turn the drums down a little bit. See, the kick sort of follows the strum on each little note there. That's why I call it gent, metal sort of inspired. And then once I got the rhythm figured out, I came up with this melody on top of it. So, yeah, that was pretty cool sounding to me. Let's go over to this one. And this is more, I guess you would call it softer rock or just general pop punk, pop sounding. But it still has that rock edge. For this one, I came up with the melody first. And this is, what am I doing? There we go. So I came up with this little repeating pattern here. in the key of D, and it's 10 eighth notes in a row for the melody. So in music, you would count that meter as 8/10. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this is interesting because the melody itself isn't that like, I don't know if this is a great example of a strong melody because it just sounds like this. But once you add on the rhythm and bass, I'm going to set this up an octave actually, just so it stands out more. And then I added the drums to it. So that was that track. I like it quite a bit just because it actually doesn't have the strongest melody, but once you add it on to the foundation, it sounds really different and sounds really upbeat once everything comes together. I actually may have come up with the rhythm for that first. But anyway, let's go on to an actual EDM track because that's for the most part, that's what I make. Now this one is in a meter of 7/4. That's 7 quarter notes for the melody. I can help you count it out actually, because this melody right here doesn't sound like 7 quarter notes. But if you listen to it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me do that in actual. See, with the drums and the bass, you can hear the 7/4 meter more clearly. Don't worry about this technical jargon and music terms if you're not familiar with them. But you can get what I'm saying here. The melody right here is very eerie and spooky sounding. And then on top of the rhythm right here, it gives it that edge. And less of a spooky feel if it was on its own. But then you add like a little break beat to it. And it sounds like that, and suddenly it goes from a little spooky melody to a whole thing. And I'm not sure if I'm going to release it or give it to someone else to look at and see if they can remix it. But that's basically it. You can apply this just listening to any of your favorite songs. Like, something that sticks out to me is Pendulum or Knife Party. Basically, same group. Well, not the same group. It's the same guy, different group. Whenever I was looking up Pendulum and their interviews, the main guy behind it basically said, people ask me why my melodies don't sound more melodic and why they don't sound more poppy. I don't want it to sound upbeat or poppy. I want it to sound like the fucking apocalypse. Which to me sounds like he wants something hard-hitting, very strong. And you can hear that in songs like Blood Sugar, Propane Nightmares, Out There, what was it called, Spider? Something about a spider for Black Widow. But yeah, listen to something like that. And some of the more successful EDM tracks don't have very melodic melodies, but they hit really hard and they really add to the rhythm surrounding it. So that's what I look for when creating music or listening to music. And that's about it for this off-topic episode. This has been Lightning Runner, and I'll see you on the flip side. Actually, before I go, I'll go ahead and tell you that I'll be at Furry Fiesta. I'll be helping out their staff as a stagehand for the AV. That's the audio-visual stuff. That's like setting up speakers and setting up the stage and all that. And I'll also be doing a little DJ set in their downstairs con suite, the basement area that they call Kempy's. So if you're going to that convention, then, I don't know, say hi to me. You probably won't know what I look like, but I'll get a badge with my character's name on it like Thursday, because I did a favor for one of the artists that's going to be there. Not one of the ones in the vendor hall. Probably she's going to be in the artist alley. But if you're not going to go to that convention, I will be uploading my How Furry Is It episode, the one that I was trying to finish before today, but couldn't. So yeah, see you on the flip side. See you at Furry Fiesta. See you on YouTube if you can't go. And yeah, just see you later.